The connection today is actor Frank Faylan. The film is The Canterville Ghost. It's World War II and a group of Allied soldiers are staying in an old castle that's supposedly haunted by Charles Laughton, aka the Canterville Ghost. The ghost is cursed to walk through the halls of his family's castle because during his life he soiled the family's honor by fleeing from a duel, deeming him a coward. But it just so happens that a long-lost descendant of Laughton's, played by Robert Young, is part of the Allied troops. With the help of Laughton's other relative, played by Margaret O'Brien, Young is determined to bring honor back to the family by showing courage in the line of duty. Now with a zany plot like that, you can already guess that this film is a comedy, and I'm gonna be honest, most of the jokes don't hold up very well. So why am I talking about this if the film isn't very funny? Well, unlike nowadays, filmmakers created interesting characters and stories for their comedies, so it still makes watching the film bearable. In my eyes, Laughton is the greatest actor who ever lived. This film is another example of his versatility as an actor. In some scenes he's timid and goofy, and in others, he's upset but sympathetic. He truly sucks you in and makes you believe that he's an actual spirit and not an actor. I also have to say, I have a soft spot for Margaret O'Brien. Even when she's at her worst, I think she's great. Luckily for us, this is not her at her worst. In fact, this is one of her best in my opinion. O'Brien had director Jules Dassin at the helm, and he really got a good performance out of her. It may not be as dynamic as Laughton's, but she still hits all her marks and makes it a standout performance. Her character had to grow up fast due to her parents' deaths. She's mature for her age, but still has the emotional struggle that all kids her age go through. There's a constant shroud of loneliness that covers her, but she's just forced to deal with it. When she meets the Canterville Ghost, a man who has been alone for many lifetimes, she empathizes with his troubles and understands how much it'll mean to him if he can finally move on and be with his family again. I also love the castle sets. It definitely feels like they put a lot of time into making this, and it was worth the effort. This is actually loosely based off a story of the same name by Oscar Wilde. Besides being a comedy about a ghost who haunts a castle, there's really nothing else these two share. So really, they could have called it by anything else and it still would have worked. Although not an amazing movie by any means, I still think this film deserves more recognition than it gets. So if you want to see a goofy comedy that actually has some great character dynamics and story, then check this one out.